Incidents
Yeah.
where they were in a parking lot, and guess
Okay.
what? They've had an accident.
Oh, my.
And they weren't, they weren't buckled up.
So they got hurt pretty bad.
No, they didn't get hurt because it was a slow impact.
Okay.
But at the same time, they could have
Right.
been seriously injured. And that's the one thing that we stress is in our rules and regulations that officer will wear their seat belts.
Well,
when
I
you look and when you look at across the nation, it's either number 2, I think it's number 2, and officers being killed in the line of duty.
Wow.
Is auto accidents. So when you look at that, you have to wonder how many of them, have
Don't have
seatbelts
one,
on.
yeah.
Exactly.
Wow, that's pretty shocking. Well, you know what? We're going to change up a little bit, and we're going to go to a tape roll.
I have a question.
Oh, well,
for you.
before we go to the tape roll, let's Annette ask the
'Cause-
question, then we'll go to it.
Because this is very serious too and
All right.
important. When it comes to animals,
Mm-hmm.
pets,
Yes.
whenever somebody like a child abuses a pet
Mm-hmm.
or an animal, from anywhere,
Okay, go ahead.
are the laws stricter now?
The laws are more stringent than what they have been in the past.
Yeah.
When you look at, people that do dog fighting, for example, and
Yeah,
I'm
that's
quite
it.
sure that you've seen last week,
Yeah.
where the gentleman had been in the dog fighting business for 30 years.
No, I didn't see that, unfortunately.
Yes, and
In Wilkinsburg?
in Wilkinsburg, that's correct, and as well
my.
as he had a place in the city as well.
Oh, geez.
But when you look at, the harm that's done to that animal,
Yeah.
and once again, it's insensitive people, that would inflict pain and that type of harm
Right.
on something that God has made to give to society or give to people as a companion.
So they serve serious time in prison now?
Yes, they do. And if you look at, for example, the one NFL football player, Michael Vick,
Right.
he served time in prison.
Yes,
What did he do?
He was part of a dog fighting
Oh,
ring.
Yeah, I remember that.
geez.
Yes. So they are more stringent.
Well, that's good.
Well, that's good.
I
It's
think
about
that we
time.
need to change that and get it even stronger. But
Mm-hmm.
but we're going to go ahead and go into the tape roll. But let me quickly tell the audience a little bit about the tape roll. Now you're going to see a tape roll that I had done before Christmas, and matter of fact, probably you'll see it even this spring. You'll see the following clips, and you might think, well, it doesn't make sense. He's saying this is the holiday season. Disregard the part where I say this is the holiday season. The reason why I'm showing these and why they are appropriate is it talks about what do the holidays mean to us, but I'm also issuing challenges so that we can be a better people, so that we can help other people. And I'm asking you to ask yourself the questions. If we're going to say the holidays are that important, and we claim that that's a wonderful time of the year, and we seem to love each other more and what have you, and all those accolades and what have you, I'm actually putting the challenge to you to prove it, not just to me, but to yourself. So with that, if the tape roll is actually available, we'd appreciate that.
Assume what the season means. I'm gonna give you a challenge. Yeah, I know. Geez, I don't give anybody a break. I don't even give myself one. Okay, this is the Christmas season. This is Kwanzaa and Hanukkah, right? I want to challenge you. Let's say, for example, you have a vehicle that can fit many people. Maybe you have a large van. Maybe you have a 7-seater car, 6-seater car, whichever you may have. I want you to do something special for a group that you may not have thought of. Maybe you can contact orphanages, foster homes, underprivileged children, clubs, whatever, YMCA, community organizations. I want you to take a group of children who are underprivileged or whatever it may be, or just neighborhood children, doesn't have to be underprivileged, it can be anybody. Underprivileged would enjoy it more or appreciate it more because they have less. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to consider getting some extra funds that you may have. I know about the economic times being tough. But maybe taking 2 or 3 children or 2 or 3 homebound older adults or any age, and believe it or not, take them out for ice cream. Yep, take them out for ice cream. Now, it's winter time, so you need to find an indoor ice cream place. Take them out for ice cream. Or maybe take them out for a dollar movie. You know, take them out. Spend some time with these children. And you will be doing something for these children, or whomever it may be, that is going to put a loving feeling, loved feeling that they are cared about into their heart. They may not otherwise have. Maybe you don't have the time to do that. So maybe what you can do is call organizations like the Angel Tree or something. Donate 3 to 6 gifts. Something that's going to help someone. And let me give you the largest challenge of all. Do this at least 3 to 4 times a year. Let's go with 4. Let's say.
He talked a lot about what you were
Okay.
talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, 4 times a year, I would like to see you do things like that and other things. And actually, what's nice is that we have our very special guest, Chief of Police Nate Harper, and he already spoke about how a lot of the police are doing things like that. And I actually did not plan that clip based on what the chief actually said. It just happened to be a strange and interesting and wonderful coincidence. But the whole idea of this challenge, and even in the hot summertime, you may see one of those clips. The whole idea is we need to make a better city for Pittsburgh. We need to make a better state, better country, and frankly, better planet. And you know what? We have the capability of doing this. Now, the thing is, if we can do just a little thing now, and a lot of us are in extreme poverty, but we still manage to do something, imagine how much more we can do when we have more income coming in. So start now, and then once you are in a position where you have more income, or maybe you get your big break or whatever, think about how much more you can do. But the most important thing, you don't even need to spend a penny to do some of these things. You could just spend time with children, time with a homebound adult, time teaching someone how to read who may never have had the chance to read. Or maybe you have a visually challenged person that you could read a book to or something to that effect. But just spend time with the people. So the challenge is going to still be there. But one thing I am happy to say about, being that we're doing this March the 5th, 2012, is that now you can go to a certain ice cream place. We won't say the address because that would be advertising. We won't say. But in the south side section of Pittsburgh, there is a wonderful ice cream place called Paige's Dairy. And I'm not going to say to go there because that's advertisement. But let us just say that if you want fun times, you may want to consider accidentally being in that vicinity. And
We had
leave it
the
at that.
owner on the show
And we'll leave
a
it at
couple
that.
times.
But
Well
getting
put.
back to the business at hand, what can we do, Chief? What can we do to the people who may want to report a crime they've seen, but they're afraid? Is there ever a situation where a person can get police protection? And how can we get the community to not, because some people hate the police. No, I'm sure you know that,
Yes,
unfortunately.
un-
So what can we
unfortunately.
do I'm going to let you take it from here and tell us what we can do, and also how do we get, for the second question, how do we curb guns in any community if we have illegal organized crime bringing it in, and could anything be done? So I'm going to let you go with that, and I'm going